Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you one of the most exciting ant species in my collection, Solenopsis Invicta, the red imported fire ant. See this colony? One queen and about 150 workers. It might seem like not much, but trust me, these guys grow at an incredible rate. And today I'll tell you everything about this species. Where they come from, why they're dangerous, and how to keep them properly. Let's go! Who are Solenopsis invicta? Solenopsis invicta are red fire ants native to tropical regions of South America. They originally lived peacefully in areas of Brazil and Argentina until the 1930s, when they accidentally got into the holds of cargo ships and landed in Mobile, Alabama, USA. And you know what? That's when the real invasion began. Over the past 90 years, these ants have spread across the southern United States, reached Mexico, Australia, China, the Philippines, Taiwan, and most recently, in 2023, were even found in Europe, in Sicily. Why they're called fire ants, the name says it all. They have a stinger with a relatively potent venom. For most people, it's a mildly painful sting with a burning sensation that fades within a few hours. But for people allergic to ant venom, the reaction can be genuinely dangerous. On Schmidt's pain scale, a Solenopsis sting ranks at about 1.2, not the most painful ant sting out there, but definitely noticeable. What they look like: they're tiny. Workers range from 1 to 3 millimeters, soldiers a bit larger, 3 to 5 millimeters, and the queen reaches about 67 millimeters. Their coloration is very distinctive. A bright red or reddish-brown head and thorax, and a darker, almost black gaster. It's like nature's warning sign. In dangerous, don't touch me. On their head, they have 10 segmented antennae with a 2-segmented club at the tip, their radar for communication and navigation. The entire colony communicates through chemical pheromones that they sense with these antennae. Solenopsis invicta form polygynous colonies, meaning several queens can live together peacefully in one nest. That gives them a huge advantage. If one queen dies, the others keep laying eggs, and the colony continues to thrive. A mature colony can have 30,000,050,000 workers, and sometimes even over 250,000. Imagine that scale. How hard is it to keep Solenopsis invicta? Honestly, not very difficult. They're quite undemanding. The real challenge isn't caring for them, but preventing escapes. So they're recommended for keepers who already have some experience. But if you know what you're doing, they're an amazing species to keep. They're tropical ants, so they love warmth. The optimal temperature is 24-28 C, which is critical. Below 24 C, their colony growth nearly stops. An interesting fact. The time from egg to worker shortens from 55 days at 24 C to just 23 days at 35 C. So the warmer it is, within reason, the faster the colony develops. Humidity should be about 5,070% inside the nest and 3,050% in the foraging area. They don't need hibernation, they're active year-round. Diet: hayracea, where it gets exciting. Solenopsis invicta are omnivorous predators. In the wild, they eat everything: insects, arthropods, earthworms, seeds, carrion, but they especially love a mix of protein and carbohydrates. Hayracea: what I feed mine. Feeder insects. Mealworms, Turkestan and marble roaches. Poppy seed sugar syrup, 1 part sugar to 3 parts water. Honey syrup: I feed them often but in small portions, once every 1 or 2 days. Smaller portions are better so the food doesn't spoil. Suitable formicariums: almost any type works for Solenopsis invicta. I keep mine in a test tube with an arena. You can also use plaster nests, acrylic with sand or soil, aerated concrete, DIY setups. The main thing is good ventilation and escape prevention. Believe me, these ants are escape artists. I use a Vaseline barrier along the arena walls. My colony. Let's talk about my specific colony. I have one queen and about 150 workers. This is the perfect stage for observation, large enough to show complex behavior but not yet a chaotic crowd of thousands. Look at the queen, she's much bigger than the workers and always surrounded by her attendants. She's currently laying eggs daily, and you can see larvae in different stages of development, along with many pupae. At my setup, 26-27C and regular feeding, the colony doubles roughly every 23 weeks. That's an insane growth rate. The first generation develops even faster than later ones, an evolutionary advantage that helps the queen get her first helpers quickly to start providing for the colony. Behavior and success. Solenopsis invicta are one of the most successful invasive species on the planet. Wherever they establish themselves, they often displace local ants and become the dominant species. Their secret to success: rapid reproduction, aggressiveness, omnivory. They eat almost anything. Adaptability, polygyny. Multiple queens mean a long-lasting colony. Solenopsis invicta aren't just ants, they're highly organized social insects with remarkable adaptations, incredible fertility, and fascinating behavior. Yes, they can sting painfully. Yes, they need careful handling. But observing them is like peering into a parallel world where every individual is part of a single superorganism. If you find ants fascinating and want more videos about this colony or other members of my collection, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. In upcoming videos, I'll show how this colony grows, how I move them into new nests, and what other interesting species eBay recently added. Thanks for watching, see you next time.